indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day that you have given us. You're such a wonderful God.
Hi everyone, this is Katie with Homeschooling for His Kingdom. I have some information for you today about records that are required for the state of California. If some of you are new to homeschooling, you're probably getting the hang of it. We're a couple months in, but I thought I would just come on and review with you guys what is actually required for record keeping, as well as maybe some extras that I also keep even though I don't have to, just to give you guys a few tips, maybe some fresh ideas on how to file stuff, but also just I wanted to hit on the big items with the actual requirements. So if you are not in California, these rules may not apply, so please look up your own state's requirements. But for those of you who are viewing in California, I hope this will help you. There's only two main items that they require. So if you go to the state of California's website for education, I'll give you the link. The first thing they require is the private school affidavit, which most of you have just filed because it was due from October 1st to the 15th. And they require that to be held for 3 years. So I just staple mine together and I keep it in a red. This year it's red. Well, actually it's been red for a few years now. I just put the newest one on top. So it's just a little manila folder. And I just keep it in my homeschool shelf. And every year when I file the next one, I staple it and I just put it on top. That way it's easy access. If anybody from any of the districts calls me or wants to see it, or I need to reference it as I'm filling out the next year's, it's right there for me. So that's the first one I wanted to touch on. I do have a video out there for that if you still haven't been able to file it. So you can look that one up. Or if you want to just go to the website, I'll put the link here for you, or the website address. But when you file it, keep it on hand for 3 years, it says. The other requirement, you would say, of California is attendance. So I wanted to read that to you from the actual website. It says the attendance of the pupils shall be kept by a private school authority in a register, and we would be the private school authority. And the record of attendance shall indicate clearly every absence of the pupil from school for a half a day or more during each day that school is maintained during the year. So when I first read that, when I became a homeschool mama, I was like, what does a register mean? How am I supposed to do that? So I believe one of my friends told me, or probably the Lord just put it in my heart, a calendar. So that's what I do. So here's my calendar, and I literally just write down the day we did school. So let me zoom up here. You can see that I literally just put L for lesson and then the number. Okay, so today, let's see, today is the 27th. We just finished lesson 44. So you can see I just put lesson 44. And then on a day where there was no school, I would just put no school. So you can just put no school, and you can add the reason if it's a birthday or if family's in town, or if you just weren't able to get to it. Life got busy, maybe you had a doctor's appointment. You don't really need to explain why, but if you haven't done school for what you would consider a half a day or more, they would like you to write that in as no school for a certain pupil. Now, I have done it where if one child is sick but the other one is well, I will still write down, I will say no school for Zach. You know, I might put fever or something like that, but school for Taylor. So again, Taylor wasn't absent, but Zach was. So you want to differentiate that if you have more than one child. And then I keep these calendars, you know, at the end of the year. Again, this would be my register, and I would just put it in with my homeschool folder area. So keep your record of attendance. I just keep keeping them. Like I think I have every calendar that we've done homeschool for. They're skinny. They're easy to keep. Okay, so those are the two requirements. File your affidavit and keep a record of attendance. And I just would always keep those if I were you, but I believe you only have to keep them for 3 years. Okay, so that's what's required, but how about some extras? I just wanted to show you a few extras. It's not required, but I like to keep their daily work. And I wanted to show, everybody probably has their own system, so this is just another idea. If what you're doing is working for you, great, don't change it. But if you're maybe struggling with how to file, or you just want some new ideas, here's what I've got for you. Let's see. Okay, so I use the same manila folder system. This one is for Taylor, and if you can see, let's see, I've got her name and the month and the year and what grade she's in. Okay, so this is her October folder. And then I have one for Zach. I don't know if you can see this, but his name, okay, and the month and the year is there. And so what I do is I just put the new, so this, let's see. So I just go ahead and put so like their homework, every day's homework is just filed. I staple everything together. Math sheets, language sheets, book reports, anything that they've been working on. I guess you can't really see me stacking it here, but I just keep stacking it on top. And when we get to the end of October, I take his, and the same with Taylor's. Right now I'm only teaching 2, but you can do this for however many students you have. You just keep stacking them, and then what I do is I put them together because this is the same month, okay, so it's not still kind of skinny. I take 2 rubber bands, big ones. I put one on one side and one on the other, and this is my month of October. Now this, again, would have all of their daily work. If their daily work is bigger than that and you can't keep it in there, then you can try a different system. But I did want to show you, once you're done with each month, then I have a diaper box that's long, and it works perfectly, interestingly enough, for these manila folders. So here's one that's been filed. Okay, so this has the rubber bands on the back, and I don't want to dump it out in front of you, but just imagine you stacking them up, and it fits. And then I keep that by year, and I actually label the diaper box or whatever box you're using, what year and what grade will be in this box. So if anyone was ever asking, well, did you teach, homeschool 2 years ago or 4 years ago? Well, yes, I did, and here's my support. So, and then I keep these boxes as they fill up in the garage, in a certain location. So that's daily work, and that's my system from going from the day to the month to the year. But I also keep artwork, and I thought I'd show you some of that. So what I've got is folders, okay? So this is Zechariah William art. He loves orange. So I just put his name on there, and I put the year. This one is, let me show you what he's got. A little example here. What I do is I fill them up, first of all, it's like a half an inch maybe an inch. I fill them up with these sleeves, okay? And then, I'll give you an example here. If he does a nice letter to grandma or some art or just something that I want to keep. So like this, I think, was our Passover picture. And then he had a nice letter to my sister, his aunt. And then at the end of the year, you can put book report stuff in here too if you want, or thank you notes that you think they did really well. Nice art, just keep it in here, and you can personalize it that way with colors. I used construction paper for that, so this construction paper is white, and I put Taylor's on there, and she's my artist. She does a really good job. So here I've got this one was for atonement, the 2 scapegoats. She did a nice job there. And then this one was tabernacles, so she did a really nice job of the sukkah there. Just kind of want to keep some stuff for her. And then at the end of the year, she's in 2nd grade, so she'll have her 2nd grade art folder. And little Julia, she's my little preschooler. I have a cute one here. She's still learning, and that's her little art craft there. So I don't know if you guys are big into art, but if you are and you want to keep it, one of my mama homeschool friends also just takes pictures of her art if it gets too cumbersome, and then she can keep it digitally like that. Okay, so that's artwork. Immunizations. I just keep that digitally. I have it on a CD, and then once they get more immunizations, I'll probably just keep that manually until I can get it added. But keep that on file. just in case you ever need to prove it, if you believe in immunizations, and if not, or you're partially immunizing, just keep what you can, just so you have it all kind of in one location. And then I can't speak to high school yet, but I do plan to keep very careful records of their high school grades, make transcripts up for them, a diploma, and so forth like that. So I'll definitely keep that as well once we get there. But those are my tips. I hope it's helped you, and I hope you're having a great day, a great week homeschooling. If you have any questions, or if you guys have other ideas on how to keep files or records, please put in the comments below and we can help each other out. Hope you're having a great day. Talk to you later.